shot a video that night. I came back in after everything, and Blandini was playing on the stage, which was one of his favorite bands, and he loved to come in here and watch Jeff Bland on guitar and watch that band. And I filmed Blandini playing for a few minutes, and then I moved over toward the bike and zoomed in on his bike, you know. And I was just over there by myself under there, kind of, nobody could see me, kind of just hanging out by myself. And it was like a moment for me at that point when that band was hammering hard and playing. And if he was there, he would just be in full tilt, I promise you. He'd be in full swing of the band right there. He would be down right there with that band. It just went way too soon, man. It was just one of them things that guy had so much more to give, you know. He just went way too soon.
We'll see where this road gives up. Blacktop and gasoline, it won't be enough. But I keep shifting into neutral while the river's racing by. Yeah, I'm sitting in the chamber, locked and loaded, let me fly.
We were born and raised in Lawrence, Massachusetts, and there was 4 boys who were all brought up. Kevin was one of the wild ones. Back in high school, he was busting someone's chops, and the guy called him. He said, "Get out of here, you little pecker." And the name stuck, Peck. So that's how he got the nickname Peck.
I'm Kevin's younger brother, Jeff, and we've been through a lot of shit. Because of him, we all started to go to Sturgis. You can see our stickers here. We've been there 10 times, I think, so far. And we had the time of our lives.
The Full Throttle is where he ended up, you know, hanging out most of the time. I think he ended up meeting Michael through, I think he met Chicken and Goat, and they got introduced, and then he became friends with a couple of the guys in the band Jackal. Spent a lot of time with Mike and doing things, and like I said, whatever he could do to help him, my brother was there doing it. You know, he wasn't a lazy kid.
Prior to the rally last year, I talked to him. I pretty much talked to him every day. He was the one, he called me every day. Even if just to say, you know what I just seen? A trailer full of hay. And he'd hang up on me, and I was like, fuck was that? But that was Peck.
Oh, was it the hammer through the floorboards?
Last year was sad. You know, he couldn't do a lot. He had a tough time walking from his trailer to his car, and he had to sit right down, so.
Well, what happened was we left Sturgis, and after we left Sturgis, me and my brother Jeff drove home, and my brother drove back to Vegas. By the time we got home, he was already back in Vegas and went to the hospital, and that's when they told him he needed a heart valve.
He never got that far. I think the next day we got a phone call, or Scott got a phone call that night that he didn't make it.
I had the urn of his ashes at my house and didn't know what we were gonna do with him, where to put him, you know, couldn't think of anywhere really that he'd wanna be other than the Full Throttle. So I thought maybe it'd be best if we could put him in his bike and put his bike up in the throttle. I asked Michael, and Michael said, "Listen, I'll do whatever you wanna do."
This has been Peck's bike that he's dragged from Everything he's done, from Vegas to California to Ohio to Sturgis every year, probably the only vehicle that Peck's ever had that didn't end up in an insurance claim. Yeah, we thought this was going to be a really good way of honoring him. Like I said, if it wasn't for Peck, we wouldn't have done half the shit that we've done in our lives. If not most of the shit we've done in our lives. He's always dragged both of us everywhere he's gone. For that reason, we just say that Peck is our guide, and we go from there. We're going to put a bag on that we had designed, and we're actually going to put Peck's urn in that bag, and that will be Peck's final resting place at the Full Throttle Saloon, hopefully near a speaker, because Peck loved loud music, and anytime you look for Peck in a club, you look at the speakers, and he's standing right in front of the speakers, full blast. I think they did a really nice job. Pretty good picture of him with his full throttle attire. I think he'd like being in this bag because he had really enjoyed the throttle. It was like his home away from home. Scott, want to grab Peck? Get him off the fucking floor, will ya?
Get him off the floor.
Fucking poor guy.
He hit the floor.
He's been real quiet for the last year. He hasn't had much to say.
See if he fits here.
He's on a diet.
Okay, thanks.
All right, brother. Ready to go to Sturgis. We'll see you there. Love you.
Turn.
I think that's going to be the best thing we could ever do. Put him right up there where he wanted to be.
We all can kick ourselves in the ass. You know, I know Scotty's kicked himself in the ass by not just making him go straight to Boston with him. You know, you can't change fate, what God's got planned for you. I don't think that you can't dodge that bullet. You know, you can definitely speed the bullet up by doing stupid shit, but you can't dodge it when it's your time to go, you know. No hidden agendas with him. There was no agenda with him. He would totally go into anything with you. He'd be right at the forefront going into anything. And he was just that great of a guy. And I think that we should all strive to be like Peck.
This is going to be quite the 22. You know, placing him in there, it's where he would have wanted to be. You know, I mean, I didn't know where else to put him. I had to get him out of my kitchen. Yeah.
Today's Monday of the rally. About 3 days in, 2 or 3 days into the rally, so it's Monday. I'm headed back here now to find Peck's brother Scotty and find their camper, their RV, so we can get a schedule put together of what time that we want to hang Peck's bike up on the wall and do a dedication to Peck.
What you saying on there?
Yeah, no,
don't
man,
mind that.
I almost cried when Angie was bald and she read it.
That's beautiful.
You hit
really
the
nice.
nail right on the fucking head, man. When you fucking said that.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Yeah.
100%.
Well,
It is true. So I got a couple of funny stories about him. So I had to get some shirts, and him and Randy, who was my father.
Yeah.
So I had to get a load of shirts out of Denver. So they take my dually and a trailer and I don't smoke pot, right? So they take my dually and my trailer,
Peck does.
with a damn $70,000 truck, and they go to damn Denver and back. Well, when the next day, they're back, and I go to get in my truck, and
You smell it.
I grabbed my father-in-law up, pulled his ass over there, and I reamed his ass about it, boy, about smoking that pot in my truck. And so I was hunting for Peck. It was Rally, it was in the middle of Rally.
Yeah, yeah.
So about middle of the day, I never did see him. I don't know if he's dodging me or what. So I call him on the phone, and he answers the phone. He doesn't say hello. He doesn't say anything. He goes, "I'm sorry, boss. It'll never happen again. I promise you, I should have done it." Like it was just straight out of the gate. So I didn't.
He knew what you were calling.
Yeah, Randy already gave him the heads
Yeah,
up.
he knew.
So he knew, but it was good.
Hey, you know he wrote a book?
Drinking his tea.
I didn't, but Chicken had told me that he wrote a book.
We call it Bad Decisions.
Oh my God!
But if you read that book,
I want to read it.
yeah, you can have it.
Well, you sound just like him. I turned my back. I think
I've been hearing that my whole life.
I think it was him.
My mother used to say I was the spit out of his mouth.
Oh, yeah.
That
talk
sounds
just
gross,
like-
but yeah.
You sound just like him.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. No, it's good.
It is good because
Yeah.
I wish I was more like him, but he's one of a kind. You couldn't talk.
There's nobody I've never met, and I even said it all the time. He's loved this place as much more than I did.
He did.
Honestly, he did. He was all about the throttle 24 hours a day.
He wanted to
talked
be here.
about it even when all year round. He talked about the
Couldn't
throttle.
wait to get here.
Yeah.
That's
All right,
how
so
it was.
yeah, so this is the bike we're gonna hang. So
Yep.
what do y'all have? Do y'all have stuff that wants? How do y'all see it going down at all? You got the keys to it, I guess, right?
We got one key to it. We were hoping to lock that so no one takes them out the lock
Absolutely.
and lock it down. Just put it up and forget.
And then how much gas is in it?
Unfortunately, we put some in.
Is it okay? It's all right. But how much you think's in it?
Yeah, it still runs. We ain't
No,
losing it.
It's just half.
About a half tank.
Yeah,
Okay.
more than half.
Need it out?
No. I think we should pour a damn Corona beer inside that gas tank once we get it up in the thing because he he liked that Corona.
Oh, he loved it.
Yeah,
He
so
loved
he drank Corona.
If you look at the bike, it's pretty well beat up. That's from Peck dragging it across the country.
Yeah.
The saddlebag fell off. We were going to see Ron
Oh,
Finch.
he told me about that.
Dang, it slid down
Yeah,
the
he
street.
called me and told me about that.
I said, Ron Finch pinstriped it. I go, well, you customized it. I
Yeah,
said,
no doubt.
You talk
Him and
about-
Ron, as soon as they met, right out the back of the Easy Rider show, here they went. Boy, both of them come in so tore up they didn't even know what was happening.
Yeah.
They were like that after that. It was
Love
on.
Ron. Love
Yeah.
Ron, man.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. He said to Ron, he pinstriped it. And he says to Ron, he says, hey, Ron, can you put your name on it? And so Ron puts his name on it, Finch.
Oh, well,
Right?
yeah.
Peck says, hey, can you put it on the back fender? He goes, I only sign things once.
Yeah, he's
That's all I say. He bugged him all day
Oh, I
long,
bet he
and he
did.
signed that back
That's
fender.
awesome.
I was like, are you kidding me?
Oh, that's great.
But yeah, no, it's everybody loved him.
No, man.
Everybody loved him, you know.
I know I did.
If he would have listened to people and went to the hospital a few months before that, he'd probably still be here today.
I told him several times to leave. I said, just go because he wouldn't go. He didn't want to go to these hospitals.
No.
I said, then go home. Go get your ass wherever you got to go.
And
tried
we
to
didn't
take him
know
to
until
Boston?
we got to Vegas that he needed a heart valve. Yeah, he couldn't have any visitors after that. And then it was, then I got the phone call, September 12th, the day after September 11th, you know. I'm like, wow.
Just an amazing man. Amazing man. We need more humans like him on this earth. There needs to be more people like Peck on the planet.
We can all learn a lesson from Peck, and that is to live your life full throttle, not just at the throttle, not just during Sturgis, but through all of it. Live it full throttle and feel it and be present in everything that you do, because he did it to the fullest. He put it all out there every day in everything he did. Don't just be alive. Like, go out there and live it full throttle.
Hey everybody, it's Mike Ballard from Full Throttle. Got a lot of family here tonight. We had one of our friends that was part of the Full Throttle, that was our family, that passed away last year right after the rally. He was from Boston, his name was Peck, and we got his motorcycle here, and his brothers are going to bring the bike in, and we're going to do a dedication to him and then put the bike on the wall. So I'm going to go ahead and get the bike in, and we're going to tell you a little bit about who Peck was. So hang on one sec. All right, everybody, so this is Peck's motorcycle. His brothers, Scott and Jeff, and then all the people that are here that work with Peck. He was just such a special spirit, a special man to everybody that he touched. And I know there's thousands of people across the country right now that can't be here and that's not here, but I can promise you he touched them the same exact way that he touched every single one of us. Without a doubt, the guy was so special, I can't even explain to you how positive and giving. He would give you the shirt. When I tell you he'd give you the shirt off his back, he'd give you his damn pants if he needed it. That's how great of a man that he was. When that man would walk into the room, I don't care what was happening in your life that day, you're gonna smile and you're gonna start laughing. As soon as you see him coming through with his arms touching his knees and swinging across the floor, he was such a beautiful person, and he touched every single one of us in a special way. I believe that man loved this bar as much as I did. All he talked about was a throttle. He couldn't wait to get back to the throttle every single year. This was his home. He loved being here. And I just really appreciate Scott and Jeff for bringing his bike and his ashes here to rest at the Full Throttle Saloon. And we built a special place for his bike to go right here on this bike rack. And it's right here by this stage. And if there was ever somebody that loved rock and roll music, it was that man.
You did.
He literally mowed. He drove one of our tractors, and he would mow all the grass at the Pappy Oil Campground and everywhere here. And every time you'd see him, he'd be playing the drums with a set of headphones on, just rocking out. I mean, it was amazing. And I'll tell you another quick story. So me and Sheldon and Barney were in the back one time. And we were back there looking at some electrical problems or something, and Peck's out back mowing the grass on a tractor. And he's just rocking out. He's got his headphones on, he's playing the drums, and he's going around this big 30-acre field out there making these big swipes. And he comes by us, and we're standing there looking, and he comes right by us, and he don't even have the blade on, and the bush hog's raised up in there. He ain't mowing a damn thing. He's just riding around in a damn circle. And so we stand there and we wait on him to make another big lap. So when he comes back around, we flag him down. And we said, Peck, look, you're not mowing nothing. Your bush hog's up in the air and your PTO's not engaged. He goes, that's why they call it dope, boss. He smoked more pot than anybody I ever met in my life, and probably everybody in this entire room. There's no doubt that he would smoke some pot now. Scotty, I want to put the urn in the bag. We're going to put his ashes in the saddlebag of the bike. We're going to lock it up. We're going to raise this bike up right here. And then Blandini's going to take the stage here in just a little bit. And they're going to tear this place apart in honor of Peck. Let's go.
I've been losing lots of keys lately.
Everybody got one? All of the family got one? Let's go. Peck, this is to you, brother. We know you love Corona. And you got a family here that loves you, and we're all gonna see you one day, because there ain't no stopping that clock, baby. We're all coming to see you. Cheers.
I'm breaking out of boxes, I'm taking off these chains. Don't need your expectations. No, I'm building my own name. Don't lock me up, don't lock me up. I've got so much more to give. Don't lock me up. Am I not enough for you to see me?
think the legacy that Peck left behind, you know, he's got younger brothers and they really looked up to him and as other brothers, all of them, I think, you know, because he was just brutally honest. We should all strive to be like Peck. I mean,
He got to pass away probably with no regrets because he did it to the fullest. He put it all out there every day in everything he did. And what an amazing opportunity that we all had to be able to get to see that and maybe learn a lesson from and get to do that ourselves.
Mala, come here. You sit down? Sit down. Couldn't have been a better tribute, you know, with everything that Michael did for us. We appreciate it. And it was good.
Yeah. Just what Peck would have wanted.
Yeah.
Right in front of the speakers.
Our work is done. He's home, man. Still kills me.
Yeah, no, you couldn't ask for a better thing.
Yeah.
And this is what Peck did. Anytime the band played, Peck was right here in front of these speakers.
Hey, he'll be happy.
To be here.
He'll be happy. He's home.
Yeah.
He's home. That's beautiful.
And he doesn't have to mow the lawn. Just really hit the spot.
The final resting place.
Yeah.
That's it.
And for years, people would come through the door and go, who the hell is this guy? But he was part of their family, and that's how Peck is. If you met him, you loved him.
Yep.
All right, Red.
Thank you.
See you next year, kid.
Yeah.
Keep smiling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he did.
Nobody will ever forget him. It's a tough one. He was loved by many. Loved by many.
I just hope he's with God and I hope he's up in heaven, and I'm hoping one day I get to see him, and no time soon, but I hope I get to see him at some point, you know.